Yo, Welcome, y'all. Welcome back. This is the real spring season, y'all. The last one was just a teaser. This is it, guys. Blitz Masters Legacy. Hope y'all are ready. Hello, Billy in the chat. Guys, I was a little bit nervous that my YouTube was not working today. I was testing out. Apparently, Restream got an update or something. I was trying to test making sure my chat on YouTube was connected and my Twitch chat was connected. Twitch was working fine, but YouTube was bugging out. But as soon as I started streaming, YouTube fixed itself. I was a little bit nervous too because it took a long time for the YouTube to show it was online. So I thought the chat was broken and I thought the stream was broken, but it seems like it's live. It seems like everything's connected, so that's good. Well, welcome everyone. I guess I'm wearing all black. I'm kind of blended in with my chair a little bit. Hold up, we can fix that for you guys. Another good. Just throw my blanket on the chair so you guys can see me a little bit better. It's not as awkward, but it's still a little awkward, but it's fine. But yes, welcome. Blitz Masters Legacy. $25,000 tournament here on NA, so they did bring the cash prize back. Now, a lot of the teams have come back as well, although the team field is a little bit different than last season, so we can take a look at that soon. But briefly, we can go over all the good stuff in games. So this format's a little bit different. In most ways it's the same, but there's some extra stuff going on here. So there's 3 prove your skills. Winner of each prove your skill moves on, so that's similar to last time. Top 2 in cups move on, so that's the same. There's also this second chance tournament thing where people who lose on the first day have like their own second chance. I don't know exactly where that's listed in here. Guess we don't really have to look at that too much, but in game you can kind of see chart. There's this thing called Proving Ground. So this is all the teams that lost on day 1 and normally would not advance, but now they have a chance to fight for maybe some cups. I'm not exactly sure if they're still fighting for cups or what's going on or how many it is. I guess I don't know the number, but yeah, so that's how things are slightly different this time around. What's up, Shadow Mist, Breeze, OG? Good to see y'all. Briefly, we can look at the brackets today. They did update the brackets. Thankfully, working on the website this time. I know sometimes it doesn't, but it is working today. So we have a lot of streams today, actually. We got 4 people streaming. So if you guys want to watch group number 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, I think we have streamers for all of those. So that's pretty cool. I think 4 is like a record on NA. Normally it's just me. So cool to have 4 people streaming today. But anyway, group 1 going to be Wheel, which I believe this is a lot of 3-2-2. Wayos, Ponda, and Vats. Yes, Ponda guys. Ponda has come back. They are back with most of their original core, actually, which is pretty cool. A lot of their players haven't played in a while, so it'll be interesting to see if they are able to return to form. Pat Filippi, really the only player in Ponda who's still been active this whole time is in Joker, so he did not return to his Ponda brothers. He's a betrayer. But Ponda is back, so pretty cool. Rooting for them, hope they do well. Group 2, NA, Filth, Photon, and VZN. I think this is probably the easiest group today. Group 2 or Group 7 are. Group 3, this is what I will be streaming. It's got Origin, Raka, Alev, and Fide. So I think this will be a good one between 2 teams that are likely to make top 8 in Alev and Origin. Group 4, we've got 7 Rats, SLN, Rejects, and 4K. I think this will be a good group. 7 Rats and Rejects, both top 8 teams as well. Group 5, Oblivion, Lexus, 16S, and 404. Group 6 is Joker, only 3 teams. They're playing against Altas and Kittenham. I feel like we've seen this matchup quite a bit in the last tournament, so seeing them back. And then Group 7 is Toma against Rec and BT6. I think this is actually the weakest group. I think Group 2 is similar, but Group 7 only has 3 teams, so yeah. But anyway, Groups 1, 2, 3, and 4 all have streams, depending on what you want to watch. I'll be covering Group 3. Hope you guys stick around here, but if you guys want to check out other streamers, let me see what the list is. I'm going to switch to in-game. So Group 1 is someone named Crody, which he's kind of been a community member for a while. He's starting streaming. I think this is the first time streaming a tournament. Sorry for the little flashbang on my webcam. Group 2 is going to be Frost. So if you guys know Frost, the Wargaming mod, he is trying his hand at tournament streaming. He's had a channel for a while and he streams sometimes, but this is his first time doing a tournament. I'm doing group 3 and a certain unnamed creature is doing group 4. We won't talk about him. But yeah, that's how things are going there. Yeah, those are your brackets. I probably got my invite in the game. I should probably check for that, and I'll be getting it soon. I'm being recruited, guys. Oh my goodness. There we go. We got our invite. So we'll go back to the webcam. And we start off with Alev versus Fide. So go ahead and get that set up. And yeah, this is the main attraction of spring. I know last season called Spring Games was what I listed that in my what's it called? My playlist as Spring Season 26. I listed this as another Spring Season 26. So I guess we kind of get two of those. First one kind of didn't count. It was, you know, kind of like an off-season thing. It was called Spring Games, but didn't have any cash prize. A lot of teams weren't playing, like Joker wasn't playing, etc. But yeah. Teams are a little bit different this time around. Ponda has joined. Apex is not competing, but a lot of Apex players either went to Joker or went to 7-Ret, so that team just kind of split up a little bit. So they're still around, they're just not there. A lot of 7-Ret's players, I think the 7-Ret's roster is very different from last season. At least outside of their core, like 3 people that usually stick around. I think it's a pretty different team. I'll take a look. I haven't actually looked at the list. Once they added it to the, you know, to the registration, I guess only going off of what I've heard. 11 has a lot of players that stick around season by season. I can see a couple names that I don't recognize. Dr. Franklin, I don't know who that is. I think I know the rest of them. I don't think Jag has played in 11 before either. But I'll show that in just a few seconds so you can see what I'm talking about. Most excellent. What's up, remembering? Hello, hello. Yes, they are playing for cash. Thankfully. Alright, let me go ahead and show the training room here. This is just going to be a best of 3 this first set. Castilla for games 1 and 2. I didn't check what the tiebreaker is, but here we are. I didn't have a FIDE logo, but the FIDE clan logo in-game is a chess piece, and FIDE itself is like a chess organization. IRL, FIDE, is a chess organization, so I just found a chess piece to use as the logo. So, and Elevate already has like a crown logo of their own, so it's like the king versus the queen, you know, who will win? But yeah, that's how we're cooking today. Yeah, I'm glad that YouTube is working. I was very nervous that it was just going to start bugging out today. So I did not test restream ahead of time, but we're all good. Creature indeed, indeed. Also, after this set, there is something pretty cool that I want to show you that I haven't formally announced yet. A lot of people know at this point, but it hasn't formally been announced by me, so I will be making that announcement on my own channel after this set, in between sets, so I'm pretty excited for it. So it's been cooking for a few months now, and is finally ready for the public. So we'll go over that soon. After this first set, meta is pretty much unchanged. Obviously, since last season, we haven't seen any major rebalancing. There haven't really been any major changes to the meta either, in terms of like development, technology, etc. It's pretty much just going to be, you know, your crons, your F3s, your concepts, your Felices. And then the occasional light tank here and there. Looks like Alev is running 2 of them. The Vickers and the Panzerwagon. Only one for FIDE with the Vickers. Well, the Panzerwagon's still kind of the main one being used. Vickers has its purposes, of course. It's very good at fighting against the Panzerwagon, having that hash and pretty solid DPM. But Panzerwagon's a pretty good all-arounder. And of course, it has the best view range in the game. And when you're playing a light tank, you are playing for view range, along with mobility and general flexibility. But view range is a major part of that. So that is why it's still the main tank of choice. But Kron Vaughn, of course, the main heavy tank, and heavy tanks always dominate the meta because that's how Wargaming has balanced the game for the past, what, probably 8 years at this point, 7 years. Heavy tanks are just the way. And it is what it is. But here we go, guys, with game number 1. Kicking off the Blitz Masters Legacy. They do bring back the Blitz Masters name. Once again, we've had several of those over the years. I have to check. Actually, also, I don't know if I updated my mod for Flying High in the Sky. Am I limited? Oh, I'm height limited. Maybe in between sets I can get that updated as well. I'll probably end up doing that, yeah, in between sets. It'll take me some time, and then we can go over the announcement. But looking at the mini-map here, I can make it larger for you guys. You've got South Spawn FIDE. They're going for a C grab. Blind shot there from Watachu going in. Ooh, Goshira gets lit. Oh, he's going to get hit hard. That's 2 shots in. 3 shots in as Misty cross map goes for one. Wet gets his full clip. Misty should have the kill here. Long range, cross map. Oh, low roll, 309 with a 330 average. Goshira, though, is going to be perma-spotted with the tracer shells and does get the cross map shot there. Good early game kill, FIDE. Trying to get that blind cap in, but was not able to do so. Getting spotted was just even more of a disaster. But Jag just chilling on top, Misty chilling on top. Both of them kind of playing far back support as needed. And a Dr. Franklin Freak holding back 2 concepts all by himself. That is a good username. Looks like the crowns from FIDE are blind firing at Misty. I don't know exactly what they're shooting at. Jag took a hit up top. Alev is dug pretty nicely in with their double crons. Not going to be an easy push from FIDE on this side of the map. Taking C is going to be very difficult. It looks like King Baldwin took a hit trying to push into Dr. Franklin. But Dr. Franklin's not even looking that way. It doesn't even matter at all. He's safe on that side. He's just going to put Blitz into 285, who will be attempting to grab the first base for FIDE. What I was going to say is Alev has already gotten a kill, so they're up on cap, so they don't need to grab a base, but FIDE just seems to keep wanting to hand them tanks. Mr. 2 Mecanico. Don't really know how to say that name. Mecanico, I guess. Kind of driving out in the open there. I really don't know what that play was, but he gets picked off quite quickly. Dr. Franklin is finally getting shoved by double concept, and Baldwin with a very nice jump, but he does go down. Misty all the way in the back, not getting spotted either. 285 has been trying to grab the B base this whole time, but he's getting bled out and bled out. Watachu gonna be clipping out Barbie here, looks like. Nice fire, doesn't have to waste any shells. Can turn right around for Mr. 285 here, who will be going down next. Wet even has the chance to reload a full clip for that extra little DPM boost. But this game, not particularly close, unfortunately, for FIDE. Couldn't really make it work on either side of the map. Pushing up top, very difficult to do when all of those tanks are in the back for, you know, supporting fire at a distance. Subject tree goes down. Will Kaposhta be able to sneak in any kill? The only real chance would have been Chemo, but not getting that. We are going to be seeing a game 1 win for Alev quite quickly. What's up, Devnall? Yeah, it has been a while. I do recognize that name somewhat. Just vaguely. My memory's starting to fade, getting old. But yeah, welcome. and SL Bouge. Things are good, dude. Is it supposed to be splooge and you just swip them? I don't really know. I feel like it is that. But I never formally asked, so now this is me formally asking. But things have been good, man. Enjoying time off from tournaments, but now it's time to get back into the swing of things. Tournament going to be running until early June. I believe June 7th is the last day. I think that's going to be grand finals, which I will be able to stream June 7th. However, June 6th, which is the first day of top 4, I will not be able to stream. So if those are the correct dates, then yeah, I will be missing the Saturday stream on the 6th. So first day of top 4. However, of course, there's plenty of other people that are streaming on NA right now, so hopefully it should be covered just fine. But I will be back for the final day. I don't know if there's an official broadcast or if we're doing it on our own channel. I assume with Reforged that's going to be coming like the week after that, pretty much 2 weeks after that. They're going to be all hands on deck with Reforged, and they're probably not going to do an official broadcast. But I don't really know for sure. Anyway, game 2, the Felice is coming out for Alev. Fide switching from the Vickers to the Panzerwagen. And no light for Alev. Bringing double crons with the Felice. Alright, and game 2 here. I have to remember where that mod is, where I have that stored. I had an older version of the mod that got broken, and now the new version of the FreeCam mod works, but I don't remember where it is. Or who is the one who sent it to me. I think it was Catalyst, actually. I'm gonna find his DMs. I think that's what it was. Yeah, okay. There's a website. But I have it. Good. So I will be doing that in between sets. Not being able to fly high is a bit annoying. Anyway. Mr. Prisco and the Panzerwagen. Oh, using the sneaky little bush here. I've seen this bush before. I haven't seen it used before. No, he's driving up. He's using this as a path to get up faster. Okay. I've seen that bush used a little bit before. It can be sneaky, but also risky. But that's just his path to get up. Fair enough. We'll be kind of doing something similar to what Jag did last game. Activates the tungsten and puts one into Misty in the crossing. Frisco does not get lit, but a couple other tanks do. Fide, though, shoving a few tanks into A. Are they going to go for a base grab? It looks like the fact that they drive through the river means probably not. It's probably just to cut through over to the hill. They will oppose 2 concepts. It's a little 2-on-2 action. Fide does have a 3rd tank all the way in the back. Kaposhta in the concept, who gets lit himself. But Jag gets lit. The Kronvons starting to step the base, but don't. Jag gets hit from the back. Kaposhta not getting spotted in the concept. Good early game start there. Left playing very passively over on the seaside, however. Misty, who was originally perched up to get spots out on the seaside in the windmill, has backed out. Going to be playing even behind Watachi over here. Double Kronvons, even triple with Apple Wow. Lots of clip potential. If Fide overextends, pushes through. They don't seem like they're set up to do that at the moment. No caps so far within the first 2 minutes of the match. Although 285 bleeding a little bit here. In a bit of a side scrape. And all he's putting out in return is HE shells. So unfortunate bleeding from Fide to start things off. But overall not the end of the world. We've put in some damage to Misty and Jag as well, so it's not terrible for them yet. Mechanico is like, I don't know if he's looking like he wants to step A again. I don't think that's a good idea. I'm sure Fide knows that too. Stepping A can't really work when Jag is there. Chemo setting up a crossfire, putting one into Baldwin. He's going for an immediate clip reload. And Kaposhta kind of, you know, supporting from the back, but not doing the most from that position. Goshira moving up, Krieg rotating out, so the tanks that Fide had set up on Seaside are now getting out of there, which is Crazy timing because Alev just rotates all of their crons up on this side. Even Dr. Franklin pushing forward. I think they're getting increased confidence because of Mr. 285 bleeding so much. And they do step Franklin Freak into B. They'll take the base. But Misty drives through C. That's not their intention at the moment. They just want to see if they can push through and pick up 285 and whatever else is hiding back here. Everyone has rotated out except for Prisco, though, so it's not too terrible for FIDE. They haven't yet been able to grab the A base, though. I wasn't sure if they were trying to stick it or not, but Jag rotating up to the Kalabanov spot. Between him and Chemo, it's actually a pretty tricky spot, but Baldwin's going to try to put in a big shot. Does Chemo die with the jump? He does. Baldwin's going to slide down, but he doesn't get nearly as much airtime, so he's not going to take any fall damage there, but this time, first kill does go to FIDE, if you can really call that a kill, but hey, it counts. Freak, though, did get the B base, and FIDE is starting to lose that HP lead here. They're bleeding a few shots. They've kept 285 alive, although he's taken a little bit more damage. King Baldwin is kind of in an awkward spot, as well as Kaposhta trying to, pinch Jag out from the Kalabanov spot. It's a very difficult one to dig out, and not entirely clear how FIDE is going to do it. 2 Mechanico activating that speed boost if he wants to get up there. Jag can just kind of push him down, body block him, and the angle makes it so difficult for tanks to push up when there's a heavy tank pushing you back. But 285 is still bleeding at the moment. He's taking damage and damage. Krieg and Prisco are going to be trying to keep back Watachi from getting the flank on him. Wet doesn't have any support of his own, so he will be in a little bit of a 2v1 scenario. Prisco's going to get in there. But nice HE from Wet. He's going to go for 2 HE shots, lots of damage into Prisco. And FIDE takes a little bit of initiative in the B base. Goshira and Baldwin able to pick up the kill on Franklin Freak, so it's actually a 7v5 just briefly, but the HP difference extremely large, and Alev able to get 2 quick kills in succession here. As soon as they pick up Baldwin and 285, that makes it 3 kills. They do lose Jag in the Kalabanov spot finally, but 2 Mechanico in a crazy position. Yeah, Misty was able to rotate back for that kill. Where is Misty? Where the hell is Misty? I don't see Misty. Misty died. No, Misty's there in the Cron. For some reason, I was looking for a light tank. That was the last battle. I was going to say he was in an awkward position. It's a 3v3. They were able to get the kill in Wet over on the other side, but the light tank bleeding nearly full HP. It looks like he has 2 dead crew as well. Not going to be a very effective tank. And at the moment, Kaposhta is completely alone against both Mormon, Misty, and Applewell here. 3 Crons, all with healthy clips. It's not going to be possible for FIDE to push this one back, I fear. Mr. Subject Krieg, 1100 HP. Briscoe, 200. Applewell has more HP than both the FIDE tanks combined. And Alev's about to load 9 shells into their combined clips. I don't see how FIDE does this. Briscoe's going to look for some sort of spotting here, but they have the cap differential. They have to stop the B base. They have to grab bases of their own. This is really just delaying the inevitable at this point. What's up, checkmate? It's supposed to be splooge. Yeah, fair enough. That was my guess, but I never formally asked you. But yeah, good. Thank you for confirming. EU meta 2 and 5e. I have not watched any EU. Yo, if someone blind fires Prisker right now, that'd be funny. There's only 30 seconds left in the game. They are just delaying the inevitable. Someone from Alev should say die for time, but nope, just gonna ride out these last 15 seconds. It's fine. I'm sure it doesn't matter too much to you. Oop, Subject Kree getting spotted last second. WHE from Mormon. And Kree puts his gun up. And that's time. 2-0 win for Alev. Congratulations. FIDE did hit pretty hard this game. They started throwing some punches, but unfortunately were not able to survive the onslaught. For some reason, my game did not show me the results of that one. A little bit weird. But it is what it is. GG. Alright, let me see if I can get that mod installed real quick. I'm going to go to camera. Gonna read the chat. Gonna disconnect from Blitz and see if I can get this mod fixed. I guess every time I update, maybe it breaks, so it is what it is. I have to find where I'm supposed to put it again. Okay, got it downloaded. Uh-oh. Oh, I messed something up. We're good. So now I need to open up Steam to find my files. Actually, no, I can just go to app data. Local, Blitz, dev projects. All right, hopefully that worked. And if we restart Blitz, hopefully it'll work. I won't be able to tell until the next set. Can't really go into a training room in FreeCam because I need to have one other person in the room to do it, but hopefully it works. You can't just be the only person in the room and be set to spectator. There has to be at least one person playing the game. So hello, Ryan. I don't know if I said hello, Ryan. I read your message, but I was in the middle of some other rant and I didn't acknowledge you, but good to have you in the stream. All right, yeah, so now I want to share it with you guys. The announcement that I had, something that I've been cooking along with Wargaming for the past couple months, and it's finally been added to the game, and not exactly sure how it's gonna work yet, but something that I have in-game. We'll go in-game, go to appearance and scroll all the way down. See if you guys see it yet. Give you a couple seconds. Maybe you see it, maybe you don't. It is in the reaction pack section. You might see something kind of cool. You see the 34 watt beat reactions pack, guys. I officially have a reaction pack in the game and some assets that I worked on along with a Wargaming artist. Well, it was them who worked on it. It was Wargaming who worked on it. And I provided, you know, kind of not like a commission, but like kind of not even instructions, but like inspiration and ideas on what I wanted in my pack. They drew it up. I thought it looked good. And we officially have some reactions in the game. So I'm really happy about it. I think it looks great. I can show a picture on screen. It's a little larger so you guys can see it a lot better. Let's see if I can zoom in and share my screen. But yeah, those are the reactions. So what I had asked for was like, I asked for a goat, a trash can, a donut, the wilted rose. I asked for the dab avatar, my Chad, one of the Moyais, a poop emoji, and a tent. I didn't really provide a whole lot. Like, I provided an image for each, but the artist just completely blew me away with, doing even better than I expected. I like how there's like a duck theme with all of these. There's duck in the moy, duck on the trash, duck on the poop, and even the goat was a duck, which I thought was really cool interpretation by the artist doing all this stuff. So I'm super happy with it. I think it turned out amazing. They all look good. This is supposed to be a dabbing duck. I think it looks a bit more like a facepalm. But I didn't really notice that at first, but it's fine. I still think it looks good. It is pretty funny. And yeah, I really love these reactions. I've been using them. I got it in game just earlier this week, actually. And yeah, I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to distribute it yet. I asked Wem if it could be like an award for this tournament, for like participating in the tournament. Unfortunately, By the time the tournament started, there was no decision. I think she said afterwards, like, oh, maybe we can add it to the people who played. I kind of wanted it to be like an incentive, like, yo, if we announce this reaction pack, maybe more people will sign up. But now no one knows about it, right? So unfortunately, that window is passed, but maybe we'll still be able to get it out as tournament participation. Maybe you can host some other event which is distributed. But at the moment, I can only like manually send like IDs and stuff. So I can do like small giveaways and things. Right now, I just have it given to me and a couple close friends. But yeah, at some point, we'll be distributing it. So if you guys want to get your hands on it, stay tuned. Maybe we'll figure out how we're going to do that. It'll probably be somewhere in my Discord. So make sure you guys are in my Discord if you want to see how we're giving this away. So I'm pretty excited for this. I will be using these reactions a lot. Yeah, it's my new main reaction pack. Obviously, I think it's better than the golden one. That's just my personal opinion, though. When I sent an inspiration for the poop emoji, I was just like, make another version of the golden poop. I didn't expect it to be a hyper-realistic one that was drawn. I did not think that would fly, but it was allowed, and it's so good. So I'm pretty hype about it, man. It looks great. And yeah, that's my announcement. So there you go. Actually, I do have an idea on how I can test that my looks like. Oh, there's the result. Look it worked there. I can test how the free cam worked. Probably by going into a replay. Maybe. All the replays seem to be gone. Huh, do I have it set to 10 replays? I have it set to 100 replays. Something's just wrong with the game. I don't know. Yeah, Reese, thank you, man. I agree. I think it's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Hold on. Wait, the replay would show here, wouldn't it? Yeah, there we go. Okay, I can click on this. Maybe if I go into free cam in the replay, it'll show me if it worked. Pause. Can I fly yet? Maybe not until the game starts. Okay, and I fly. How high can I fly? Can I fly up? Yes, okay, I think it worked. I'm able to keep flying high. And let's see, can I fly through the ground? Yes, okay, the mod worked. We're good. Got my free cam all sorted. Should be good for the rest of the tournament, as long as there's no updates, in which case I'll have to fix it again. Cool. There we go. All right. Well, I guess we can check the brackets then. Free. It's not going to be paid. I don't know how we're going to give it away, but it's not going to be paid. No, I'm not like, I don't earn a commission off of this. Unfortunately, it would be pretty cool if I earned a commission off of it, but I don't think that's how it's going to work. So ultimately, yeah, I would imagine it's going to be free. I don't know. Yeah, I'll make, if you guys pay me $1 million, I'll put you on the list. How about that? No, I wouldn't do that. Or maybe I would. Maybe I would. That's a good idea. I actually kind of like that. I'll have to think about it. All right, here's the brackets, guys. This is how things are going so far. Let me move my camera. Let's go bottom right. So we'll beat Wayos. Honda Vat's still going on. NAVZ. VZN, sorry. I'll have Origin, no surprise. I'm excited for this matchup. This is why I picked Group 3. I think this will be a close one. 7 Rats Rejects. Oblivion 404. Joker Kitten M. So this is a close set. And then Toma BTD6. I don't know if there are any surprises here. I don't know how good these two teams are compared to each other. I know players in both teams, but it looks like BT6 beating Rec. Fair enough. I don't know which team between these two is better, but again, it looks like it was close. I don't know if these were upsets. I know Photon. I know players in Photon and VZN. I know players in NA, but I don't know players in Filth. So this not an upset. This one I don't know. But I'm surprised Ponda Vats is still going on. And I guess I'd have to look at those teams. Maybe we could do that really quickly if I get in game. I am curious now. Should we click in here? Ponda Vats. So this is the Ponda roster. So it's most of their core with JTA, Skips, Pag, and Sherman. They've also got a lot of players that have been in Ponda over the years, like Market, Mask, Gizmo. I don't know. Is this Pulse? I don't know if this is Pulse. Tournament history. I don't. Yeah, probably Pulse. Yeah. I don't know if Pulse has been on Metro before, and I don't know who Vana is. But yeah, so that's an interesting roster. And Vats, I don't think I know anyone on this team. I recognize a couple names. I recognize Amarak, Danger, and Tactico, but I don't recognize any of these other names at all. If I click on one, tournament history, Moss, Rev, click on one more. Okay, so it's an interesting combination of players, but looks like a LATAM team. Cool. Yeah, that's where we're at. And then let's see, we're watching Elev versus Origin for Alpenstadt Middleburg. So this will be best of 5, and this is starting in 6 minutes. So we'll hang tight. We'll be getting our room invite in just a minute here. Guess we didn't even have to play any games in between. Between setting up the mod and the announcement, kind of took up all the time. So we're good. My pipe. Thanks, OG. I appreciate it. I'll figure out some way of distributing. Maybe some Discord giveaways. Because right now the only people who have it are me, my mods, and some CCs. Because the CCs, we knew about it for a while because it was like, you know, closed information. It was part of a CC event that happened in like October. I didn't make any formal content on it. We got our invite so I can get set up. I didn't make any content on it, but it was like an event where CCs had to complete some challenges. And as reward, a lot of people would get custom assets or just a lot of different custom rewards. So some people got avatars, some people got backgrounds, stuff like that. And I got a reaction pack, which was pretty cool. Some people got attachments, which is awesome. Although I think those are being held off until Reforged because it's easier to make, you know, 3D assets. I'd assume those are 3D assets in Unreal Engine 5, and maybe they could be more customizable there. And in Dev, it could be limited somehow. I don't really know. Some of the rewards are kind of crappy. Like renaming a camo. I think renaming a legendary camo. If you guys had like the Leopard 1 Urbis camo, I think it got renamed for an update to a certain CC. I think a couple people got news post articles about them, which was also a reward. I think I personally got the best one, reaction pack, which is pretty cool. So pretty big flex. Yeah, anyway, enough about that. We'll figure out a way that we're going to distribute it. Someone offers you a meal ticket. What can I say? What's up, Rob? What's up, Rob? Good to see ya. 5 cents Harry's. It would be nice. Get a little royalty going. Anyway, we can show our room in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Did that bug out? Okay, that's good. For some reason, the audio on the transition bugged for me, but it seems like we're all good here. But yeah, Origin 11. Origin, of course, they don't need an introduction. I suppose we could go through the roster. They've had a few roster changes. Not that many this season, actually. I didn't really go over Alev's roster the last round. We can do that. But if we go over, let's see. Alev, led by Misty. They've got Jag, Franklin, Mormon G, Chemo, Sev, Watachu, Apple, NTG, and Korra. Not to be confused with Korra, who is the captain of Origin. Along with, okay, Habibti, Archangel, Whiskey, Clones, this is Hytronics, Bubba, Rob, Call Me Daddy Playmaker, and Katsuragi. I think I don't know who some of these names are. I'm going to look them up because I think it's important to know some of these now. I want to know who this is. I genuinely don't know. And my Blitz Stars isn't working. Lovely. Okay, don't know who this is. No idea. If someone knows, let me know. And Katsuragi is Muxvi. Yeah, no idea who this is. I thought maybe it would be like Yarrow or something, because I don't see Yarrow, and I thought Yarrow was playing on Origin, but I'm not sure. But they picked up Whiskey Tango this season. I believe Whiskey's played on Origin before, but wasn't on there last season, but now he's back. Yeah, if someone knows who that Wagwan Habibi guy is, let me know. Because they're old usernames I don't recognize. And they only have 1800 battles, so it's likely someone's alt. But yeah, here we are. Fort Despair for games 1 and 2. Usually a heavy-centric map. I mean, a lot of maps are heavy-centric, but, you know, this one in particular. We're not seeing any light tanks, no TDs. Pretty much all Krons, actually. 6 for Origin, 5 for Elev. Only difference in their lineup is the extra concept on Elev. And they're both running 1 Felice each. Also, we're seeing mostly mobile players on Origin. Elev has mostly PC players. Oh, I clicked on Castilla. Wait, what the heck? No, I clicked on Fort Despair and it's rolling the Castilla intro. I don't know why it's doing that. That's weird. Interesting. Okay, I had to switch it manually. Something must be wrong with my OBS plugin that resets the videos. That's a little awkward. I'll figure that out. It just has to do with what's going on behind the scenes in terms of how I've got things set up in terms of files on OBS. But yeah, something's wrong. But we'll just go to it's fine. Figure that out later. Anyway, Origin is crossing with 5 Krons into A. Elev has a couple there. Okay, never mind. 4 Krons into A. Couple hang back, but they should just be able to shove this corner easily. Misty is all the way on the other side, not doing a whole lot. I don't know if he knows that everyone's over there or what. Whiskey, I don't know if he has been spotted. I don't know if High's been spotted. But this is just a full Origin shove. They're going to get quick kills over on Elev, the A corner. Korra takes some hits at the start, but look at Watachu. Down he goes. Goodbye. Look at all those reticle calibrations ready. Who is the next victim? It is Jag. It is Mormon. It is Jag. It is Mormon. I don't know who it is. It is someone. Origin is stopping, but they've got lots of full HP tanks. There's no reason to stop. Just kill. Down goes Jag. Down goes Mormon in a moment. Elev does pick up a kill of their own, but they are down 3 tanks of their own. But yeah, I think this is going to be an Origin win. Unless Elev can somehow sneak the kill on Korra. But Apple Wow is stuck reloading. NTG stuck reloading. Whiskey's got a full clip. Korra, Bubba have high clips. Kron's got a full clip over there on the east side. Dr. Franklin's about to get double clipped out here. I think he'll survive, but yeah, just not looking good for Elev at the moment, obviously. Origin's clips are ready. Apple Wow's getting pummeled. Backs up before Origin can get the pick. It's Korra looking for it from a distance. Applewell will be able to put one more shot in. And NTG should be able to clip out Rob here, so they actually will be able to get a pickup. But it is a 5-on-2, not looking great. And Origin will take game 1 quite handily here. Just shoving everything into A. A very one-dimensional strategy, but it worked. They got their opening kills. They set up a little bit of a crossfire with their tanks in the back. And he does pick up one more kill before going down. Very nice. Wasn't enough, but W. And yeah, for some reason, it's kicking me right out of the battle results, and it's just taking me straight to the training room. I don't know why it's doing that. Kind of weird. I might have to, like, reset my game files or something. I really don't know what's going on there. And it's not showing me the game results either. Something's bugging in Blitz right now. But it's fine. And I don't know, it's showing me so many old crates that I've opened. History from all this stuff. This was like probably a month ago. I don't know. Game is bugging right now. It's fine. Game 2. Everything's bugging in my computer, man. My map intros, it's all bugging. Let's see, if I click on this, okay, it's gonna rerun Fort Despair. Okay. Whatever. What would this season be if I didn't have some technical difficulties at some point? What's up, Triandrus? Hello, hello. And honestly, that was one of the least interesting battles I've seen. They're just all shoving corner. But it works, you know? They did it because Alev was not expecting it, and that's why it worked. We'll see if this one's a little bit more tactical. Alev is switching out a couple crons for F3s. Getting rid of that concept as well. He got destroyed last battle pretty quickly. Origin's running an F3 of their own, both of them keeping a Felice in the fight. Here we go. The fact that both teams are using F3s makes me think maybe they're looking to play town with them this time. It's not necessarily the case. They can play fine. They've got decent hull down capabilities. Not as much gun depression as a Kron, but definitely a strong turret that's usable wherever they want to play. Alright. Here we go. Sorry, my camera was... Okay, I'm now having a weird issue where if I... Okay, sometimes when I'm holding D to go right, I stop going right. So that's why I was confused. I was wrong about my prediction of Origin going town. But Alev setting their F3s to town. Makes a little bit of sense. They're going for a sneaky B grab here. Sometimes they can you can get this quickly if the other team isn't properly set up to defend it right away. So Origin grabbing B to start. Quite nice. They have the base lead. A is kind of no man's land, very difficult to grab, so B more manageable. Alev has the base of their own though, so it's not too bad. They will have to make the play though. Origin keeping 2 Kronvons in the corner. High in the center will be doing spotting in this bush. This is a blind fireable position. See if Alev goes for it. Doesn't seem like they are at the moment, but Wet is looking. Kind of, not really. He's backing up a little bit. Alev has plenty of stuff in the back covering their own spawn if Origin wanted to shove through, but there's no reason for Origin to make any sort of play here. We've got the Felice anchoring their own spawn. Everyone else is rotating out. Looks like Dr. Franklin actually getting spotted. High in the Kronvon putting in a shot. Oh my goodness, lots of damage. Origin had a setup in their corner to do that. Between Rob, High, and Bubba. Good triple tap into Franklin, who is already on half HP. Not a great start for Alev, who need to be making the play here. Crazy that High didn't get spotted either. The other thing that comes out of this, of course, is that Origin knows Elev is rotating back into their own spawn for some sort of push here. Why else would the fleet should be making that sort of drive? So Origin is pretty perfectly set up for this. They've got 3 tanks in the corner. You know, if you want to drive into the corner, you're going to have to face them. You're going to have to face the crossfire from Rob and High with their own clips. It's a lot of damage potential there. They're going for blind fires here. But Elev playing with some discipline, not moving yet. NTG, Mormon G sitting behind them. They are getting a couple bleeds here. Looks like Rob's taking a hit. Dr. Franklin in the back. Putting in that work. But Elev will have to make this play, and Origin isn't moving. They're completely set up for it. They are fully ready. But it looks like Elev changing their minds. They're like, enough time has passed. Maybe you don't need to make this play. They're rotating Mormon, NTG, and Wet back. And Jag as well, maybe. Apple Wow still sitting there. No, they're still going to sit. And another shot from Franklin into Rob. That's not an easy pen. I was talking about the F3. Like, it doesn't have the most gun impression, but it's got a pretty strong turret. So the fact that he's getting penned at this distance. Good shots from Mr. Franklin there. He's going to try again. And that's how most of them tend to go. Is a little doink there. Right off the turret. But Elev are making their play back towards C. Misty got spotted, it looks like, so maybe Origin is aware of this rotation as well. But something has to happen here. Almost 800 cap points now for Origin. Elev just needs to stop the lead a little bit. Getting a kill would help. Stepping on B long enough for Elev to take the lead and backing out would also do the trick, but it's going to be very difficult for them to do that. How would you step into B with overlook from 2 clippers there, and then I guess a 3rd from Whiskey Tango, and a 4th from Katsuragi if he had to rotate in, but he's found NTG over on the C side, so Origin is aware of this play. 820 cap points now for Origin. Are they going to move their tanks out of the corner? They're still sitting there. Elev are making their play for Rob, it looks like. That's who they're going to go for. Whiskey Tango's going to have a nice little crossfire there once it happens. Yep, Mormon G lit, Misty lit. Yeah, Whiskey Tango comes in. He's been activated like a sleeper agent. In come the Krons from the A corner as well. Mormon G's going to feel a little bit of pain here. But what is Elev to do? Mormon G's been hit. He's going to go down to Robin High, 100%. He's dead. Jag trying to cross into the middle, but the triple Kron Vons clip him out too. He dies even faster than Mormon G did. And Elev has nothing. 995, 1,000. 2-0 lead for Origin. They're looking primed right now. Fully set up for that. I like their discipline, especially with not bringing those Kronvons in from the A corner yet. I was saying, like I mentioned them, like I thought they were going to move in, but they didn't move yet. They were waiting, and then once, you know, Jag crossed, they're like, oh, there's our target. So they waited like that, got that pickup. It's really good discipline there and not rushing early to counter the push because they might not have had that opportunity. There you go. Game 2 for Origin as well. I was thinking this set was going to be closer, but not at all. Not at all. And this could be a sweep here. And that game showed the results, so interesting. Some of them show the results, some do not. I really don't know. Also, Origin's doing all this without their European players. They don't have Playmaker, they don't have Krim here today. And they're still kicking Elev's butt. Looks like they are a strong contender for this season. I will comment, I am pretty close with players on a lot of the top teams, in particular Joker. Been with them a lot. They have been looking a little bit shaky this season. There is a chance that Joker could get dethroned. Oblivion's been doing well against them in scrims. I believe Origin's been mostly... I don't know if it's been even. I think Joker's been slightly beating them, but it's been very even. A lot more even than the recent like 5-0s and 5-1s that we've been seeing in their sets. So, if there is a season that Joker does not win, this might be the season. Oblivion could be the team to beat. Maybe that 1 week off or the 1 season off that Joker took is going to bite them in the butt here. We will see. Alright, we can introduce Alpenstat. Game 3 could be the last game of this set if Elev does not lock in. Would be a fun idea if teams could ban certain maps. Yeah, Mohammed, so that's actually been an idea that's being kind of thrown around a little bit for the upcoming Reforged tournament system. If they're going to add something like map bans, tank bans has kind of been a little bit less positively received. There's been a lot of debate amongst the higher level teams around that topic. Not sure if people like that or not, but map bans 100%. It'd be nice for there to be like a native system in game where you could pick and ban maps. Would be pretty cool. Alright, game 3. Origin 11. 11 is going hard C. Origin hard A. I mean, I shouldn't say hard A because we have, you know, the light tank here. He's gonna see if he can spot something. Finds Apple, finds Wet. Not yet lit himself. Gets blind fired. Great shot from Apple. Wow. Okay. Apple, wow, making me say wow with his little shot there. And Jag's gonna grab C base. That's a cap lead for 11. Didn't really highlight the tank lamps, but both teams are running the same lineup here of 1 Panzerwagen, 1 Fleet, and 5 Krons. So this will be all skill here to determine the winner of game 3. Looks like Dr. Franklin getting spotted, maybe nervous that it's a light from behind, which it was. Didn't get any spots in return, but he is right to be cautious in this way. An Archangel trying to sneak in a shot. Does damage to the track, which is enough to tell Dr. Franklin where the shell did come from. So Alev is aware. If he backs up, does he run into Katsuragi here? No, Katsuragi's too far back for that. But Dr. Franklin is getting hit in the crossing here. Couple shots from Archangel and High. And the Panzerwagen hitting that shot means that Dr. Franklin is going to be lit for 20 seconds, courtesy Tracer Shell. Katsuragi trying to sneak in a shell as well. But Franklin peeks up too far, he's going to get hit again by the light tank. Ooh, looks like Alev made a play that I wasn't quite noticing. They're going to be shoving out Cora here. Uh-oh. Game 3, Alev sneaking those Krons in. Find Cora lacking, and that's an early kill for them. They now have the cap lead as well as a tank lead. Good stuff. Just too focused in on Dr. Franklin Freak. I just love that username so much. It's so good. Well, yeah, good early kill. Origin has been spotted rotating back in with Whiskey and Bubba as well. And they've found Mr. Misty here. I will say Alev is kind of getting boxed in with their mini-map here. If you see, they don't really have any map control at all here. So this could be an opportunity for Origin to set up some good crossfires. But Alev, they're just going to take this opportunity to shove. They've got so many Krons with so many clips. Their shots in the clip. Can Origin try to sneak a kill in here somehow? Looks like they want to find either Misty, Dr. Franklin, or Apple Wow. But they're going to clip out Whiskey. They're going to go for Bubba as well. And I like how Rob's backing around the corner. He doesn't want to be next. But Katsuragi coming in with the Felice. He's got a lot of shots in his clip. He can pick off 2 here if he goes for Franklin and a Misty. Maybe even Mormon G as well. But he's taking a lot of damage himself. Alev is in an awkward situation where they're kind of getting boxed out though. But look at Jag. He is full HP and he finds High in the Panzerwagen, who misses his shot somehow. Almost drives into the rock. He activates reactive armor, but reactive does absolutely nothing against HE, and Jag is just going to completely win that fight there. Alev is looking like they can take this game. It's a 7v2, now a 6v2. 900 cap points. I don't know why I said they can take this game. They will take this game. Even though Origin has a little bit of HP, 6 tanks versus 2 and 900 cap points. There's nothing that Rob can do to stop that. Puts a nice shell into Jag. 2 shells, actually. But now he's empty. Wet can cross. I don't see why he's waiting. Maybe just reloading his shell. Fair enough. But down goes Rob. Archangel is tracked. But 1,000 cap points first. Alev do take a game here. They are on the board. That means we'll have a game 4, also an Alpenstat. Nice game from NTG. Cool. Alright, real quick, I want to test, see if my map intros thing is really broken. If I click on the map intros thing now, Yeah, okay, it's broken. I would expect this to be a blank scene right now, but it still has up instead up. It's supposed to close after it's done playing. Okay, something's wrong. But I don't have time to diagnose it on stream right now, so map intro videos might be a little bit bugging today, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. Move on to game 4 here, and concepts are coming back out for 11. No light tank though. So lots of viewers in here. Welcome everybody. We're in 2 4K5s and 183 into the early playoffs. Nice. Yeah, day 1, Muhammad. I'm guessing you were watching Cora's stream yesterday. Day 1 of Preview Skill is pretty much just, you know, eliminating all the lower level teams that usually don't make it very far. Tend to be your lower 40% and low 50% teams. So when you're a team like Origin, you can definitely afford to run some interesting lineups, because as long as you have like a coordinated team of good players, it's very difficult to lose against a team of that caliber. Nothing wrong, of course, with being a nice, you know, new tournament team. It's always good to have new people participating, but there's not a whole lot you can do when you face top 2 team on the server, no matter what tank they put themselves in. That is pretty funny though. But you can see now it's getting serious. These teams are running their serious lineups. Same lineup for Origin, except they switch out their light tank for a Vickers. But Alev has changed things significantly. Taking out their light, taking out 2 crons, and adding the concepts and an F3. This time it is Origin going C and Alev going A. Seems to be a spawn preference. Good spots. And was that High getting that light? Yeah, it was. He is in the position to do that. Lights MG. I like how he isn't shooting his gun. Doesn't want to get himself spotted and nuked. He is just going to bail. Don't want to waste too much time. Okay. Origin steps in the base first. They are going to have the cap lead here, unless Lev can double it, which they don't. So yeah, cap lead Origin. Alev has to make the play here. And Applewell going to get some spots. Yep, spots Archangel, Cora, and Rob. Good position. Alev now knows a lot about what Origin's doing. They can set up accordingly. NTG getting lit himself. Goes for blind fire, doesn't hit it though. Looks like Jagged has found Mr. Cora and Mr. Rob. They don't fire their guns though. Cora did take a hit. Now Apple's probably not going to peek this spot too much here. This can be risky. Origin could 100% be pre-aiming, and there's really nothing that Apple would be able to do about it. So he's not going to be peeking it again. Good decision. It would be good information, but it's not worth the risk. Could absolutely have 3 Kronvons trained in on his location, going for a track shot, and could hurt. But Origin is fully set up for the defense at this point. You've got lots of Kronvons dug in here. Rob is spotted. But Cora, Whiskey, Archangel, even Bubba's hiding back here as well. And High is just spotting to make sure that nothing's coming around from the other side, which he will find Mormon-G shortly, which will be good info for Origin. That might trigger a push over on the other side. It's not an easy push, though, so I don't think that's what they would do. But it is an option. Is Dr. Franklin trying to step E here? Katsuragi has a defense, so he's not going to be able to grab it. And Franklin doesn't spot the Felice, but he does get spotted in turn, so he knows something's right there. He is not going to be pushing his luck. High is going for some blind fires. I don't know what's going on there. No, he hit Applewell, actually. Good blind fire. Oh, and there we go. We are seeing the move from Mr. Cora and Whiskey. The concepts are still set up for defense along with NTG. Maybe Origin thought that they rotated out, but they did not. They still got lots of tanks here. Misty uses his Ret Cal, but not putting any shots in. So Origin really didn't get a whole lot out of that. I got a little bit of info, I guess. Looks like High is making a play up a little bit. No, he's turning around. But I want to see what's going on from this angle. Looks like Mormonji has been found. Bubba's going to rotate to help out there. How does Alev make their play? Watachu gets hit, loses his driver. Mormonji is getting doubled now. High and Bubba are going to go in on him. Alev needs to make a play. Applewow's is kind of doing nothing at the moment. So it's a little bit awkward for Alev. They're just going to lose Mormonji kind of for free here. He'll put in his clip and he'll go down. Doesn't even get to put out his third shell. Alev is making their play for Whiskey and Cora, though. They're losing a decent amount of HP of their own. This Origin is up 12,009k, but they will get another kill. There'll be a tank up for the time being. Rob trying to make a play for NTG here, and NTG, as a dead driver, he's not going to be able to get away. He's just going to put in all the shells that he can before going down. Watachi going to try to turn around and see if he can pick up Rob now. Jag getting shot in the rear. Katsuragi's going to have a nice clip there. Bubba going to go for Applewell. He's going to shoot HE probably. Not very good rolls. Can Apple pick up Katsuragi? No. Bubba gets a big shot in there, able to get the kill. But right now, Origin's got the cap lead, and they also stopped the A base with the light tank, which is something that Alev did not have the luxury of. So they are controlling the end game. Alev has run out of steam. They don't have a clear kill to get here. Wet trying to make his play, but that's all for this set. Origin able to hold on in the end game. They're making that initial play into C, finding Mormonji. It was pretty much a free kill there. And Alev reacted a little bit too late. Apple wasn't really doing a whole lot in the middle. Again, it's not showing me the post game. It just completely kicked me out, so I don't get to see what's going on there. Something is wrong with my game. It's been doing that with some of the games I've been playing as well. I've been playing some realistic today, and it just kicks me out and I don't get to see the result. So my PC is just bugging all around, but it's fine. It's fine. Switch to our next set. It's going to be Alev versus Fide. So Fide defeated Raka. I didn't get to watch any Raka today, but it's fine. And we get the rematch between Alev and Fide. Sub-Xylo, welcome. Are any of you guys on Steam having the same bug that I'm having? Or no? Am I just crazy? It's entirely possible. Let's check out the bracket, see how the other groups are doing. It's taking forever. Come on, hurry up. There we go. So it looks like Wheel defeats Ponda. Again, this is mostly 3-2-2. So 3-1. Although Ponda did defeat Vats, we didn't see that at the time. NA over VZN. Origin over Lev, as we saw. 7-Rats over Rejects. Oblivion over 404, but they dropped a game. Joker Kit and M still going on. Is Joker trolling? Well, I don't know what this is. And Toma BTD6 still going on. I would not expect this set to keep going on. That's interesting. It's pretty funny. Anyway, we can show the terrain. Port Bay gonna be the first match. This is another best of 5. Oh yeah, real quick guys, I I said this earlier, I didn't have as many viewers on stream. I've got 60 viewers now. I had 20 viewers when I first announced this. But guys, I got something new in the game, which was pretty cool. I will flex it again. Been cooking this with Wargaming for a while now, but I officially have a reaction pack in the game, which is pretty awesome. Turned out really well. There is a CC event back in, I think, October, where a lot of CCs won custom assets. It took a little bit of time to get it in the game, but we officially have it. I mean, I'm biased, obviously, but I think this is the best reaction pack in the game. Got some really good ones to use on enemies. Really, really funny. And I'm super hype about it. Don't know exactly how it's going to be distributed yet. I have some control over it at the moment. I just kind of manually asked for the IDs of like myself and a few friends and some CCs to get it because it was early access. But now, figure out some way to distribute it for free. It's not going to be paid. Although if you guys want to pay me for it, I wouldn't say no. But yeah, I'm super hype about it. So some good reactions here. And that was the announcement I made earlier on stream. But now I've got a lot more people, so I want to make you guys aware. If I do give it away somehow, it would be in the Discord. So if you guys want to get your hands on it, it would be in the Discord. So exclamation Discord if you're on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, it's in the description. Make sure you guys join up. And yeah, that's that. We'll go ahead and go back to our set here. FIDE Olev. Olev beat them 2-0 in the first set. Never get to see the rematch. What's up, Whiskey? What's up, Skip? Who were the runners up? So Oblivion won the Spring Games and Origin got second. And then third was GG and fourth was 7 Reds. Notably, Joker did not play. All right, so we'll introduce Port Bay. Again, map intros are going to be annoying to get fixed, but at some point I'll do that. There we go. FIDE Olev, Game 1 rematch. Not a fan of this map in pubs, but in comp it is just fine. It's pretty balanced. Problem in pubs is this little hill. Players are always scared to drive over it, but in comp doesn't really matter a whole lot. Both teams look like they are playing mostly in the town anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much for this game at all. Kaposhta in the Panzerwagen going for a little bit of a self boost to get up to the ramps. See what he can find over on C. He will not find anything. Dr. Franklin spotted in the Felice in the town. Was thinking about encroaching on B. He's not going to be doing that. And Olev looks like they may take a late play into the C area. Jag is driving forward. Turning around. I don't know. Nope. Wants to play, doesn't want to play. Hard to say. Looks like he's just kind of trying to take it easy here. Bush is not finding anything. Does he make a move, though? When nothing's really been spotted on the enemy team, it's always scary. The only info they have is Dr. Franklin, the B base. That's it. And whatever broken walls they can see, which there have been a couple broken walls down there, a couple broken walls over there. PYS breaking some right now. That is actually an important thing to learn on Port Bay especially, because there's a lot of walls that block key areas, like specifically the A area of the town. You can see broken walls. You can't get in without breaking some sort of wall, so it's a good thing to learn on this map. Over on Seaside, less so though. Looks like we are seeing the light play from Olev into the Seaside. Jag not yet spotted in the corner. Franklin putting a nice crossfire into Goshira. Man, Jag does have the corner here, so FIDE will have to be careful about that. They didn't spot the crossing at all. But Olev will take this as an opportunity. The step C? No. They're taking their time. Maybe Mormon G eventually will. Yeah, looks like they... Okay. Right on the edge. Goshier takes a hit. It's a nice roll from Chemo. What the heck? Big roll. Fide does grab B, though. And A as well. Okay, so they're going to double grab this. Can Franklin reset? He can't reset, but Misty can. Misty takes some damage from the back, though. Kaposha does grab A. What does put in a couple shells, but not in time. Olev does defend the bases, though they maintain their lead. And now they are crushing in from the C side. Gonna have Mr. 285, Mr. Goshira surrounded here. I don't see this going particularly well for either of them. They are both low. Jag coming all the way around. He finds Kaposhta. I thought maybe two Mechanica or Anakin would look that way, but they are not doing that. They need to cover their boy 285 here. Jag should be able to pick up this kill. Does that. And yeah, this is a very clear win for Olev as well. 11k to 7k HP. They will finally lose a Misty, first tank that they drop in the game. That is likely the only tank they will drop in the game. Chemo's in a fight over here. Mormon G is covering the HP though. WHP sharing. 285 will die on the other side. And the fire. Oh, that's brutal fire right there. Brutal fire. And yep, Olev will take aim 1. No problem at all. Fix the map intros real quick. I have to shut that. And again, the game just takes me straight. Oh, never mind. It worked this time. Wow. It's fine. 3.4k from Mormon G, although I know I'm in the wrong overlay. This is an interesting lineup from Olev. Okay, okay. Just looking for the first time I was checking Discord. Getting some messages. I always try to monitor Discord when I'm doing these tournament streams, just in case it's an important thing, like women messaging me or something like that. But we're all good right now. Things are good, and I thought we were going to see double 1-2 and B from Olev, which would have been pretty hype, but only one. Still cool. To me, that screams that he's either grabbing C or he's staying in like one of those coal hills over on the A side. I guess we will find out which one. Likely C though, because if you're just going to be sitting in those coal hills, you'd probably take like an F3. Olev keeps their Felice as well. Fide going to be rocking the Panzer Wagon again. Cool. The water ran out. I'm a little sad. This last drop. There's game 2. Yo Campeo. Why is he camping? Very cool. Mr. King Baldwin, why are you camping? Alrighty, game 2. I was wrong about the C. I thought that's what the 1-2 want to be looked like he wanted to do. He is super speeding. Is he going into a coal pile? What is this play? I am curious. Nice pro blue that Mr. Misty has. Turning around immediately. Okay, so going for like a player option there. I like it. Okay, Love's just gonna get a free kill on subject greedy. Okay, going for a quick A grab does not work like that. Misty did double back into the coal hills, but now is pushing forward a little bit. Maybe more confident that Fide is not set up nicely over here. And Alev gonna grab A. Anakin will reset, but he's not gonna be able to keep resetting here. Misty is now pushed up to the boat. Puts one into Baldwin, who said yo campe. Oh, he is camping. Which is true. Alev does grab A. Anakin's trying to maybe cover Baldwin here. But he's just gonna get shot. This is already looking quite bad for Fide. They are down 3,000 HP. It's been just over a minute. Wet's coming in. Anakin is donezo. Baldwin's got a damaged ammo rack. His DPM is non-existent. Alev is just turning for the tanks in the town. Mr. 285, Mr. Goshira. Jag fighting against Kaposha. Just watch Jag miss that shell, though. A little unfortunate. See a juicy HE with those tungsten shells from Kaposha. Jag's going to try to run away. Gets the kill on 285. He is now safe, and all of the Alev heavy tanks are able to get the kill on Kaposha, who really greeted out for that last shot in there. Goshira's alone against many. Wants to see if he can pick up the kill on Dr. Franklin Freak. He will get it if he can. Oh, never mind. He got tracked before his tank could reach around the corner. And it is Jover for Mr. Goshira. Mechanico is able to pick up a kill. Drown. You need to drown, buddy. Get back in there. Drown. He did not drown. This is so sad. Goshira is dead. And that's a 2-0 lead for Alev. This is a best of 5, so I'll have one more chance. Fide will have more chance, I guess. Here we go, game 3. You know what? I am going to take this opportunity to grab some more water. Be honest. Gotta keep my voice intact for these streams, man. 2-hour marathon. PJ strategies are weird. Yeah, unfortunately, they're not really. I think this is their first season as a team together. I'm not familiar with this clan, so you know that tends to happen. They're not the highest level team, but you know, it is what it is. All right, 9 ruins. Both teams running 6 Kronwagens. Very fun. Obviously, it's the meta tank, but you know, 6 each. Come on, Wargaming, please balance. Alev's 7th tank is a concept, and Fide's 7th tank is an IS-4. And come on, Fide, you guys need to start fighting back. These games have not been the closest. Lots of speed boosts going off, both teams. Looks like we're seeing both of them play towards C and B. We'll see a little bit of an early clash. Who will have the better focus fire here? Watachu's going immediately onto the bridge, set up a bit of an angle. But Alev kind of arriving a little bit earlier. And they're taking the top as well. Fide doesn't have anything set up top. And so Alev they have really good positioning here. They should be able to clean this up quite quickly. Apple's just going to go right around Baldwin. 285 shows up, but Apple is not even concerned about the single shot tank. He's just going to go right on in. Kaposhta getting clipped out hard. I will say, Alev focus fire, they're not really picking one tank, but there we go. They do pick up a kill of their own. Meanwhile, things are looking a little bit better for them over on the other side. Jag getting hit kind of hard, though. He might go down. 522. And yeah, NTG backing up rather than trying to face, or try to HP share for that last shell. So a bit of a mistake there from NTG. He has to clean up Barbie now. It's going to require him to empty his clip to do that. And then Goshira will have an advantage on him. Fide's actually looking fine here. There we go. This game, they are putting up a good fight. I am happy to see this. It's a 5 versus 3 at the moment. Chemo alone against Mechanico. I like how he speed boosted by. Mechanico tried to block him with that speed boost, was not able to do so. Now Love is able to help out here against Goshira. Watachu coming in. Needs to put in some of that sustained DPM. NTG reloading the full clip here. This is good stuff. If you're Goshira, you just need to put the shots in. I agree with this decision. He knows he's going to go down. Just put it in. Just put it in. Why are you holding it? Shoot your shell. What the fuck is that? Okay. I don't know why you don't shoot that here. Fide's still looking good with the full HP IS-4, but like this is not impossible for Alev. That extra shot into NTG really would have helped. Because now he is a 3, potentially 4 shot for 285 if the rolls aren't perfect. That HE though will help quite a bit. 726, yeah, that's a 2 shot. But would be a 1 shot right now if, you know, he fired his shell. He just didn't for some reason. And now NTG has a full clip to put in. He should be dead. I don't think it's going to matter too much though. Watachu can't clip out Anakin. Mechanico is going to come in here. 285 has that kill. Yeah, this should still be a win, but could have been played better for Fide, but I'm nitpicking, I suppose. That is a game win. Fide are on the board. I was saying how Alev had really good positioning over in the middle, but their focus fire, they didn't really clearly pick a tank, and Kura died instantly. So, yeah, Fide takes it. And again, I immediately get kicked out. Don't get to see the game results screen. Whatever, man. No Joker and Ponda. I'm sorry, what are you asking, Orlando? Both Joker and Ponda are playing this season. So I do not know what you mean. It's fine. Really gotta fix the map intro now for Mayan Ruins. I turn that off. Yeah, sorry. Lots of switching around. But we'll have to be doing that manually today every time we switch maps. It's fine. 7 crons for Fide. Nice. 6 for Love and a concept. Yeah, very cool. Love this meta, guys. Very diverse. Joker and Kitten went to tiebreaker, by the way. I just looked. 3-2. Either they're trolling or they really fell off. Yeah, very cool. All right. King Baldwin says voice C. Alright, guys. King Baldwin is going to C. Don't mean to spoil anything for y'all. All right. Will Alev close it out? They're sending tank C again. Everything else going B again. FIDE doing the same, so both teams are basically just doing the same thing. Very interesting. Although FIDE sending an extra tank towards C, Kaposhta is making this little crossing here, but both teams will arrive again, and this time FIDE will put tanks up top. Watachu again gonna cross. This time though, might take a little damage doing so. Only one shot, not that bad all things considered. But FIDE taking a little bit of map here with 285, stepping up in the middle. Dr. Franklin hit hard. Yoshira Baldwin putting shots in. Also, Bing Baldwin said he was gonna go C. He lied. Now Chemo's gonna get hit hard here. Uh-oh. Alev is putting damage in return, I suppose. A little bit sus here. 285 needs to go down. Wet and Kura will pick it up. There we go. So good kill there. On the other side, looks like Alev was able to get a kill. Despite this being a 3v2, Alev picked up a kill. That's crazy. Very impressive from Apple Wow and TG. They're able to kill Baldwin as well. He did not make it to C. Goshira the next target, it seems. Kura should be able to pick that up, no problem. And FIDE is yet to get a pick on this side. Are we going to see a 7-0 here? And it can clearly can get this kill, but he misses a shot. Kaposh does get Apple Wow, but missed a shot. Did he miss 2 in 10TG? What the heck happened there? I was not looking. Doesn't make a difference either way. This is a clear win for Alev. They've cleaned things up. They're going to be winning this set 3-1, and it can finally picks up NTG. We see that turret pop behind the rock. Too little too late, though. And there we go. Alev 3-1 over FIDE. Put up a nice fight in Game 3, but was not enough to keep them alive in PYS 2. Or sorry, PYS 1 Day 2. I don't know if there's a Proving Grounds thing for Day 2, but yeah. I guess we could take a look at that bracket, see how things are going there. That could be kind of interesting. NTG on top. Here we go. Good game. Alev will face Origin again in Grand Finals. So we'll go back to webcam as we get in here. And Origin Alev rematch. Yeah, we can go and check the Proving Grounds thing real quick. Is that going on right now? I wonder if all these teams that got eliminated even knew that they were playing. That would be pretty funny. If they just didn't know that they were playing because they're not used to having to play after they've been eliminated. Yeah, actually that looks like that was the case. So Group 1, Octasiru didn't play any games, so Salmon, they advanced to Grand Finals. That means that this set was played and this set was played. So just nothing happened. Nothing happened here, no one showed up. PT2K showed up. VCA might not have even showed up. Oh my goodness. A lot of these teams probably just didn't know that they were still playing. That is very funny. At least this set, I mean, I can't even tell if this happened. Yeah, like, presumably it did. Prevails there. But yeah, that's how things are going here, guys. If you guys cared about the Proving Grounds, all the teams that got eliminated day 1, this is where they are. But yeah, most of them not even showing up. What can you say? What can you say? Alright, we can show the training room now. Rematch, Origin 11. And they've had time to relax, of course. Origin, they've probably been chilling out. Surely watching the stream. Enjoying the sets. Sup, Kame. Sour's teams be better teams. So true. You just gotta pray that you can out-brawl. Akame, is that how you guys dropped a game? SMH. Okay, yeah. Apparently Joker ran a 4K5 and 3 medium tanks on Alpenstat. So that's what happened. That's why they went tiebreaker with Kitten. Very cool. I guess they're trying their little experimentationes. It's just not working out too well. But I guess better to do it now than in round robin. Unless it works and it's so good that you want to bust it out in round robin to surprise a good team, but really it does not work. So, you know. Anyway, lineups here. Kronwagen. Little Felice for Origin. 1 light tank each team. Rockfield's good for light tanks, good for some mobility, so we'll see how they get cooking here. Europeans still not showing up for Origin. No need. Vintage needs Eternal Dunscap. Come on, man. What's up, Catastrophic? Welcome. Dunscap would have been good in the reaction pack. Well, it's kind of... a lot of the other emojis do very similar things, though. What's up, Flumo? Welcome, welcome. Is it nice not having to play the season? You can just, you know, watch from the sidelines. Just relax and enjoy, not have any stake in things. Good to see you, man. Alright, Rockfield for games 1 and 2. There's another best of 5. I'll just roll the intro a little early. Why not? I'm just gonna switch it to black right before it transitions, that way I don't have to go back and manually adjust it after the game. Here we go, guys. Game 1, 11 Origin. Both teams going opposite sides, it looks like. Origin bringing out that light tank. What will he find? Finds Chemo. Does not spot anything in return. Jag going A will not spot anything. But a lot of Origin tanks get lit, actually. I lied. Jag did get spots. Shots are going in. Mr. Franklin has taken some damage. Applewild's taken some damage. And Chemo is going for a reset on C. However, there's lots of Origin tanks in the area, so you gotta be very wary when you do something like that. But Origin do take the cap lead, doubling the C base, despite Chemo's reset. And High, peeking up like that, getting that spot on Mormon, putting in that shot was very nice, although he's very lucky that Elev did not react fast enough to put in that shell. But oh my goodness, he gets hit hard. That HE shell from Chemo, completely ignoring that reactive armor that High put out. Jag putting in that extra shell is good. He is now spotted though. Elev is fully rotating all the way around to shove C. Origin has tanks set up here to defend. And Jag going to be left alone to spot the side of the map in case Origin does push it, of course. But Elev not getting spotted. Now that High's been bled out, he's not taking an aggressive spotting position anymore. He is playing in the back, which means that all of these Elev tanks snuck in without being spotted until now, and they are coming on in. Archangel is their target, but it looks like actually no, they're just going for positioning right now. Bubba Whiskey going to be turning around, seeing what they can do to deal with it. Also looks like Cora sneaking in the Felice up in the back here, but they are able to strong arm their way into the C base. Bubba Whiskey all backing out. However, are they really stopping Bubba and Archangel from peeking this corner? They're not really. Chemo is going to turn around here to help with that now, but could be an awkward cross. He peeks out pretty far. Doesn't get hit though. However, A is now being taken by Origin at the same time. Hi, Rob, Katsuragi are all out there. Jag took a hit. Dr. Franklin is covering. He's spotted as well. But some damage goes into Rob. Hi has taken another hit. He's taking more damage. Misty actually has an angle on him. And Hi is stuck here. Uh-oh. Crazy angle from Misty. Look at that. Nice angle there. That's an awkward position, and Hi is going to take his time before he backs out. At the same time, though, Jag is taking damage. Love's making a play. Looks like they want Archangel here. Misty will be getting hit in return. And lots of fireworks in this battle. Shots coming in cross map. Mormon G and Wet still dug into the corner. Cora shadowing a push here. He's still healthy, full HP. Origin still not really willing to make a play onto Jag and Franklin yet. And Alev not willing to make a play on Archangel yet. He does have a full clip, but also a damaged ammo rack. Ammo rack doesn't matter when you're clipping out, though. Interclip is not impacted by that. And Jag is rotating away. Maybe just going to let Dr. Franklin put in his clip and die here. Rob gets hit. Franklin is still looking this way. But what is cooking here? Franklin finds Katsuragi, who's taking a good bit of damage himself here for this kill. But Alev needs to start getting their guns in, and they lose Chemo. His turret pops. Whiskey able to put in his clip before going down. Cora is now moving in full HP. Jag gets picked off in the back. And Hi is still alive. Origin has picked up 3 kills. That make that 4. They have not dropped a tank yet. Well, the HP was close for so long. Origin is using their HP perfectly in the endgame here, ignoring everything but the... going for everything but ignoring the full HP concept 1B. Getting 6 kills in quick succession, allowing them to take that one on caps. Really surgical push there from Origin. First, getting everyone away from the A side, and then able to keep their tanks alive in C, pick up kills, and keep their low HP tanks alive. If you saw, they were all super low HP at the end of the game there, but Origin's just got really good cohesion, it looks like. Made great game 1 for them. Alev were looking strong with their bleeds into the light tank, but even if they got the kill on that light tank, I don't think that would have saved them from that game. So light tank was not the factor. So Alev's really going to need to clean stuff up here. Oh my goodness. My English is terrible today. Team Rocka play tomorrow? I'm not sure, Sebastian. I don't know. I don't know if there's another Proving Grounds. Maybe check the regulations and see if there's a second Proving Grounds. I don't know. But only top 1 from these groups move on. So this is an elimination set. I guess I never really specified that earlier, but this is elimination. Winner of the set moves on to day 3. The loser goes out. There are only going to be 7 teams moving on tomorrow. I would say, Sebastian, I doubt that there is another set for Proving Grounds tomorrow. All right, game 2, 6 crons and a light, both teams. Very cool. Very diverse meta. As I said before, the Vickers does have good HE for countering the Panzerwagen in a 1v1, but the T100, I'm not sure why they're using it. Maybe just for extra brawling capability. It's got good DPM, and the Panzerwagen's is better DPM if you consider the fact that it's got, you know, the ability to use tungsten and all that. But what the T100 has is it's got really good camo, and it can't get HE'd like the Panzerwagen can. If you shoot in the side, yes, you can. But if it's, you know, frontally brawling, T100 LT is pretty good at that. And you can get an occasional bounce too if you're really lucky. Jag in the Panzerwagen knows he's the fastest tank in this game, especially with that speed boost. He's going to be able to get into the base immediately. So, good initiative by Elev taking the cap lead. Origin has several tanks set up around high in the A base. Looks like Elev find Archangel. They want to get a little aggro on him. Dang, 2 clean shots and an HE into Archangel. I'm surprised that he let Chemo put all 3 of those shots, and usually you see that first HE shell and you back out, but Archangel stuck around long enough for those other shots to go in as well. Chemo's going to peek up, see if he can get in a 4th. Doesn't matter the fact that he unloaded his clip. It's early game. He's got plenty of time to reload his clip when he needs to. And Chemo's been lit, but Mormon G has not. So this little double cron push could hurt Archangel quite a bit. Bubba, though, might peek up. We'll see. Archangel gets hit. Doesn't get tracked, though. And Chemo misses his shot. And there comes Bubba. Bounces his own shot, though. Lots of misses from Origin and from Olev here. And Bubba goes for an HE. Okay. I mean, you got something, I suppose. But what Origin did get was the B base. This whole thing was a distraction. It distracted Olev and it distracted me, the streamer. But Origin getting the B base does help them here. They do have a weakness in the form of Archangel, but he's relatively covered here. Bubba right there, a couple crons in the back. Now it looks like Origin has rotated those crons to deal with the shove from Olev towards A, which is understandable. And Olev still has a lot of stuff over here at C, maybe a little bit much. It seems like they're a little disconnected. If you're Origin, maybe you don't know it yet, but you can push this. Like, I'm looking at this right now. Dr. Franklin Freak getting tracked in the open. Oh, he's dead. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I don't know why you do that. Origin has lots of tanks set up here. Now Olev's going to go for their push into Archangel, but they've already lost initiative. They are down a tank. And Archangel, yes, he's low, but he can still put shots out. They're going to try to go for Bubba next, but Mormon G having to peek out like that. He took a lot of damage. Already 800 cap points for Origin, having that double base, and each base ticking up by 5 each time. This is a quick cap map, man. It can end very fast. Olev may be able to pick up Bubba quickly here. They are, but you still need to stop the bases. And Origin's got 2 tanks set up in the B base. High is going to be coming around Watachu here to put even more pressure in. Apple Wow is killable at some point. And yeah, he's, oh my goodness, Apple Wow's just getting bled and bled and bled. Whiskey able to pick up that kill. That's 980, 990, and 1,000. Yeah, Olev didn't have a chance there either. The HP diff is also quite large. Man, Origin just playing this well. The fact that they were, you know, about to lose Archangel there and still able to pull back. Although, to be honest, that gift was kind of courtesy of Mr. Dr. Franklin Freak there. I have to say that was not the best play I've ever seen. I actually don't know who that is. I'm going to have to check that username later, but unfortunately, we are busting out the dunce cap. Although I do know that Catastrophic's going to be very happy about this, but let's see. Where are our silly hats at? There's our dunce. And we don't want it on a Mormon G. We want it on Mr. Franklin. I'm sorry, Franklin, but you deserve it. Yeah, an unfortunate game there from Franklin, but it happens. We still got to dish out the hat. What's up, Copenhagen? Welcome. Origin Joker still the 2 powerhouses. Yeah. Joker didn't play last season just because there wasn't any cash, but they're still solid, of course. And Kron meta, because if you shoot the first shell and let that reload, it's got basically the same DPM as a single shotgun. So it's a single shot DPM worthy tank with a full clip that does 1230 damage. And it's got super speed boost, and it's got, you know, nearly invincible turret, and it's got, you know, Rit Cal. It's just a solid tank. It does everything. It just does everything. Alright, we can hide the hat. We can go into our map intro for Hellas. Games 3 and 4, although we might not even see a game 4. But we did see it before, where Origin went up 2-0. LF did take a game, but they can't afford to just take one game. LF has to win out here if they want to progress. This will hurt their cups a solid bit here if they don't make day 2. Or day 3, I suppose. Again, only one team moves on today. T100 going in for Origin. Gonna go for maybe grab. I love gonna stick Jag into A. Origin will have the cap lead. They've been getting a lot of cap leads today. It's working out quite well for them. And High is already backwards. He's just getting right out of there. And spots Jag as well. Katsuragi trying to go for a shot. Doesn't, but what's happening to Mr. Wet here? Looks like the concept's overpeaked for Origin and just Watachi got farmed. They are reloading their clips. Are they just going to go for an overpeak kill? They may. Katsuragi's got the crossfire to the point where if Watachi backs up, he is dead to Katsuragi. So yeah, Archangels, they're just going to overpeak this. Why not? Katsuragi puts in the shot. Yeah. Unfortunate for Watachi. And now Chemo completely pushed in alone. He is dead. You know, this is, yeah, we're 1 minute in. We're 2 tanks up. Origin's got this one. It's not even remotely close to being remotely close. NTG getting shot out. No, it's Misty, actually. Good crossfire into Misty. The concept's able to clean that one up. Ormg digging down. I mean, it's a good spot to dig down in, but the rest of your team's dead. It does not matter even a little bit. Applebow not doing the most back here along with Jag. They're both full HP. Like, congrats, you were able to trade with the light tank, but you're not doing anything to help your team realistically. And this could very well be a 7-0. Ormg not having a fun time. Maybe he'll get the kill on Whiskey. Yeah, Whiskey not paying attention. Gets HE in the turret. Okay, fine. You avoided a 7-0 in your game 3. But Origin will move on quite handily. I was hoping that these sets between Origin and Elev would be more competitive. You know, Elev is a team that, at their peak, has made top 3 before. They've gotten 3rd place. I was hoping to see something a little bit more close, but nope, we're not going to be seeing that. Man, Jag missed 2 shots in a row there. It's not looking good. What is Jag doing? I don't know. That's game. Who bounced that? There we go. He put in an HE. 97 damage. High is just trolling at this point. Okay. Yeah, nice. Alright. Well, anyways, guys. That was an enjoyable first stream. Looks like I've got a couple technical issues on my end that I need to work out with regards to the map intros, and maybe I'll do like a clean files for whatever's going on with the battle results not working properly sometimes, but I don't know if I'll be able to do much about that. Nice 4K game from Rob to end things out. And Origin will move on to day 3 of Prove Your Skill, which will be tomorrow. I'll be streaming that, of course. Having 4 streamers on NA means that we'll probably be having 2 streamers per group, which is cool. So that's nice. I'm going to refresh the brackets on the website, see if any of the other groups are done. But not going to stick around too long, so it's all good. Coming right up on that 2-hour mark for the stream in just a minute here. But it looks like Pondo Wheel still going on. Should show all groups. Group 2, NAVZN still going on. Interesting how it shows the score update here. Usually it doesn't show the score update until it's done. Group 3, Origin winning. Group 4, 7 Rats Rejects still going on. Group 5 still going on. 6 going on, and 7 going on. Okay. So we are the first group to finish. So unfortunately, the least competitive group of the day, but It is what it is. Had fun. See you guys tomorrow for day number 3. Don't know who I'll be watching yet, but yeah, that's about it. Don't really have anything else, so go ahead and call it here. Looking is strong. Yeah, they are strong. Some people think they might even be the favorites to win. Origin's looking solid as today. Joker's looking interesting. They haven't been looking the strongest from what I've heard in scrims, but we'll see if they lock in. Yeah. All right. As always, guys, stay safe. Happy tanking.
Thank you.